Hello, fellow followers. Welcome back to FanZcene. I am Greg, and with me today is Harrison, the owner and operator of Static Tape. Hi, Harrison. How you doing?
Hey, what's up? What's going on?
I asked you here today because I wanted to do a video about you reinventing the video store because you own a video store, maybe not like a rental video store, but it is a video store, which I actually have a picture that I'm using right here for our background of your
Yeah.
store. So tell us a little bit about how this store got started, because I first became aware of you through a news video clip that I found on YouTube when they interviewed you about the return of VHS and all that. So tell us how you got
Yeah.
this store started.
Yeah. Well, I opened up 5+ years ago. I opened up, oh, I don't know, like 5, 6 months before COVID hit, which was
Mm,
pretty awesome, yeah, like right around that time frame. It started, yeah, 2020, but kind of like 2018, 2019, I was kind of getting the idea to do it, maybe early 2019. But I was doing some acting out in Minneapolis, and that was going okay. But I worked at Family Video. I also was doing a ton of odd jobs like Five Guys and Target, and I was getting a little sick of that stuff. And Family Video was kind of like of a nightmare,
hmm
and it just made me sad because like I kind of saw, obviously people knew Family Video wasn't going to be around much longer, but like
Yeah.
actually working in one, at least at that one, at that location, was like, yeah, they're going to be gone soon. And I think Disney Plus was like just started, and I don't think all the other ones that are out now were quite there yet, but with like Disney Plus coming, to me it was like, again, probably to a lot of other people, it's like, okay, there's gonna be like 30 more streaming services. Paramount has to have one if Disney does, and et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So to me, that I just knew there wasn't gonna be like good competition between them. It meant more ads were gonna have to happen. Just a ton of inconvenience. They're gonna get more expensive,
Yeah.
and less content. They're gonna have to like rely on original content and not like movies that people really like. I mean, something
Yeah.
like Jaws and Star Wars is probably always going to be available, but what about like, I don't know, tons of movies like Nightmare on Elm Street? Where's that going to go? Those are constantly
Yeah.
up in rights, and just and then that stuff ended up happening. Um, but yeah, so I kind of just came home and I kind of just talked to my friends and family, like, I think I want to do a video store. I gave up stuff in Minneapolis, came back to West Michigan,
hmm
and I was like, I'm gonna do a video store. And people just kind of like, well, why? Family Video, you said it was like a nightmare. Like, why would you do that? And I'm like, well, once they're gone, there's gonna be nothing left, especially in my side of the state of Michigan.
Yeah.
There's nothing but Family Video, and there's maybe, I think in 28 there was two. There was one in Grand Haven, one in Muskegon. I don't know where the other Family Videos that were left at the time. So it's like once those are gone, I don't know of anything like from like the Lansing area and
hmm
over to like this whole half of my state. Like there's no video stores anymore.
Right.
That I definitely knew of. And I was right. I'm still, as far as like a dedicated video store, I'm one of two left in all of Michigan still. So there's still very few left.
Yeah.
So I felt that this type of thing, physical media, is important. Access to um, really whatever movie cheap and easily is important as well. And that's just something streaming's never going to do for people, is make
Yeah.
things as convenient as it maybe seems.
I agree with
Um,
that. I agree.
yeah.
And I'm glad you're keeping your store alive. And I know your store is in Michigan and everything, but
Hmm.
I know that you recently moved to a bigger store. So, all that, starting a store in the middle of COVID and people telling you it's probably not a good idea. Tell us a little bit of how business has boomed, it seems like, because you've got a much bigger store now than you once did.
Yeah, so I've technically expanded twice in my 5 years. I'm in a small mall, for those that don't know, pretty small, in Muskegon, Michigan, and especially when COVID hit, there's still even now a good amount of empty spots in that mall, despite it does well in traffic. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
sadly, it's not the mall's fault. It is just, all the big corporate stores like Bed Bath & Beyond, Victoria's Secret. A bunch of them went bankrupt. Sears was another big spot, bankrupt and left, gone. So I've been able to kind of take advantage of that. Malls just looking for people. Went in one small spot, and then yeah, I expanded once about 2 years ago. Technically made a second location next door to my original one. One was just the movies and music, or one was the music, and then the other one was movies. And now the comic book store in my mall, which does a really good job as well in there. It's is another cool local comic book store. They moved into a giant spot that Bed Bath and Beyond used to be in, and now they're like the biggest comic store in the state or something like that.
Nice.
Yeah, so I moved into their spot where they technically owned three stores all next to each other, and they cut holes in the walls.
Mm-hmm.
So they also took advantage of just the mall just wanting anybody, and they've been around there longer than I have. So now I moved into their old spot where it's technically I have two of the spaces at the moment, and as of a few days ago, I'm looking at adding the third space to my lease, and I might make that a movie screening area.
Nice.
But that's being worked out, so that's another step I'm kind of working toward and thinking about. But yeah, the location you see in the photo now and what you'll see me posting these days is my now current location that I signed on for another 4 years. So I'll be here for good. I won't be expanding anymore anytime soon, thankfully. I can kind of calm down a little bit, but this new spot's been really nice. It definitely helped expanding and the more spit stuff out because I have more space, and being next door to the comic book stop as well
Mm-hmm.
has really helped because that guy's owned a comic book store for like 40 years, so he's really well
Nice.
established. So being by him, even in a small mall, people didn't really walk down to my area as often. So now that I'm on this end, I get tons of new people like, "Wow, I didn't know you were here," and it's like, "Oh yeah, it's only a few stores down originally, but now I'm now next door to them, and it's been even busier." A lot of my customers love the new space. People can walk around in it, which is great. Yeah, it's been a really, really nice, refreshing new start to the store. So yeah.
So, what have you like? Have you noticed as like sales picked up in physical media? Have you noticed like because I've been reading a lot of articles lately where it's
Mhm.
saying like a lot of these people that still have these stores like yours. I know you're not a rental store like a Blockbuster. You're an actual store that
Mhm.
sells VHS, CDs, DVDs, Blu-rays, 4Ks, and all that. But I've noticed that a lot of these
Mhm.
people saying like the younger generation are coming in more into these places than people like say our age or my age or whatever.
Mhm. Yes, actually, yeah, it's oddly, like immediately when I opened up, we were closed when COVID hit. We had to close for like I don't know if each state was different. I think we had to be closed for like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But that immediate when we opened right back up is like exactly when I can pinpoint like traffic really picked up, and not only that, but definitely interest in general. More people more people in general just wanting to go out, go to a mall, and then yeah, the physical media bump of just that's especially when VHS collecting really exploded as well. Just really anything. Records were a little
Mm-hmm.
bit back before COVID. So there was kind of a spike back in records coming back a little bit. But yeah, COVID definitely is where I really noticed. Like, I had a very small VHS section, for example, just because when I was stocking up for the store, I'm just
Right.
buying any movie and record and see, including VHS, just because it's like why not? People have DVDs and VHS in their garages and attics, and they just want to get rid of it, and they're giving rid of it at that time almost for nothing for a whole lot. So I was like, sure, yeah, here's some extra money for you. I'll take VHS. It's cute. It's a video store. Why not? I grew up with VHS.
Yeah.
People may not want that. I don't know, but I'll have a small spot. And this small spot was getting really cleaned out. So I made a slightly bigger area, and it was getting cleaned out. and I'm like, okay, I think it's happening. I think people are really going for this. So I made like the second store, and half that store became the VHS side, and the front half was like your 4K Blu-ray and DVD, and people really like started to come not only just to check it out, but to like really start collecting.
Yeah.
And definitely too, I started to hear a lot more often like, yeah, I used to have all the streaming services or most of them, but now I can only really afford two or three, maybe, or Disney Plus doesn't really have anything quite for me, or Netflix is kind of losing it for me, and I just don't even know what has the Friday 13th movies on it. I just want the Friday 13th movies. Nothing has that. So really tons of different reasons people were kind of starting to come out. But yeah, younger people getting into really anything wise. Families come in again. Yeah, again, you and I grew up. It's like Friday night was like blockbuster night. Family. I was a little late. I grew up I was born in '96, so I kind of missed out on the mom and pop days.
Hmm.
Very jealous of that, but I
Good
did.
times. Good
Yeah,
times.
yeah. My dad always told me about it. And I went to the Blockbuster a lot as a kid. My family, we went to the drive-in. I have a drive-in still.
Nice.
Like I don't know,
Shout
less
out
than.
Joe Bob.
Yeah. Oh, I've
Yeah.
chatted him up. I've been trying to get
Nice.
him to my store for so long. Yeah. I've told him about that drive-in too. But yeah, we'll see. I'm trying to get Joe Bob. But yeah, so it's just we've always gone to movies and stuff like that. So to me, it's cool and makes me happy that other people are kind of remembering those times and bringing those times back and bringing in the little kids and stuff like that and going over like
Yeah.
this is where we would always used to be Friday nights. I'd be coming with my dad, and now I'm bringing you, and I'm playing like the Puppet Master movies in my store or other crappy movies that like,
All
someone would
those
look at and go like,
movies.
"Oh my God, I remember that. Holy cow." And it just there's just something so awesome about that. And
Yeah.
it just and that's thinking about that stuff being gone in general, just I did not want to see that happen. I can't imagine not even like not going every Friday night or whatever, but like not everyone needs to do that, I guess. No one is, but just to not have that option,
Hmm.
just kind of, I thought it sucked.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad that there are people out there that still, like you guys, still that are reinventing the video store. Yes, we all miss that
Mm.
excursion to like I grew up in the mom and pops, so I know about the
Oh,
mom and pops. They were
that's so
great
awesome.
in Blockbuster and Hollywood Video.
Hmm.
But there was something special about that perusing the aisles and everything. And some people will give you crap for it, like, "Oh, you never had a good time there." It's like, no, dude. If you were a movie lover, you had a good time there. Trust me, you had a good time there. And I love that you are keeping that spirit alive with your store. And that's why that's why I'm here to talk about you about reinventing the video store, because I know
Yeah.
you did like the thing where you had Linnea Quigley and all them come into your
Mm.
store, which is like video stores used to do that. And you even want
Hmm.
to do like create some kind of like a membership card for your store. Like, so explain a little bit about all that real quick.
Yeah, so like you said, I decided when I first opened, I'm not a rental store. Just again, the way streaming is, that's basically renting. So for me, my big thing is like, if you want to find a movie for, I have tons for $3. I have a huge $1 VHS section. I'm just all about just letting someone own it, have it forever for cheap, good
Hmm.
price. I can feel that collecting side too, and that stuff's fun as well. But I've had people come in looking for Fern Gully, and someone was like, Amazon has it only up for rent for $24. Like, that's insane. I
Hmm.
didn't believe them at first, and they were right. I looked it up, but I had it for $3 on
Dang.
DVD, and it just so options like that are where I'm about. So I do just sell them straight up. It's just easier to do that. You could probably make renting work these days, maybe. I know some stores are doing it.
Hmm.
They do it a little differently than what it used to be done, but that was something I was like, I'm gonna keep things just very simple
Yeah.
and I don't know, and let people just kind of have that power and control of just you have it, you own it. People can come back and resell it or trade it in or something like that. People do that a lot too.
Yeah.
So there's at least with my buying and trading, people have that aspect. But now that I've been a little more established, yeah, I'm thinking of like maybe there is some type of membership thing that like Blockbuster used to do that I can do. And you get the card. Everyone would
Yeah.
have the card, and I don't know. I've been thinking of like something that can make Friday nights like that video store night again.
Hmm.
Because they were for a bit. That was like I can hear the that stupid Blockbuster jingle now already. And it just. I would like something that's kind of rewarding to my regulars that can come in, and so I'm thinking of some type of membership thing that people come in on Fridays and there's some type of sale or something going on. So I'm playing around with some ideas now that I'm settled in the new store. Um, I might be getting an extra little extension off of my stores coming up. This is early talks. I don't know if this will happen yet, but if that happens, I'm thinking of making that a movie screening area. So I'll do like more movie screenings. I've done a couple, but it'd be nice to have my own store to do that, so I could really do it whenever I want. I don't have to like make something up with the mall each time. Only do it for big events. I could do some smaller ones, and it makes some things easier that way. So
Yeah.
couple different things I'm looking to add on, and keep evolving my store, and keep rewarding people for coming to me and stuff like that. That's really what I'm all about, is like keeping the customers, I guess, involved and rewarded in today's day and age of entertainment, really.
Yeah. And I mean that's good. I mean, because like as people who collect physical media and people who love physical media, I do think it's gone back to a niche audience because it is only it's only a certain amount of people. But it's nice to see that a store like yours can thrive in a mall, which we don't, like you mentioned. They're not as prevalent as they once were, but a store that can thrive selling physical media next to a book store that's thriving, that's incredible. And do you ship to people for people who can't make it to your store?
I
Can
do,
you
yeah.
sell?
I have done some shipping. I've played around. I do have a website, and I did sell off that website for a bit. I did. It
Mm-hmm.
was kind of earlier when I wasn't as known. Even now, I'm still not to the degree of Orbit DVD or Diabolic DVD. Those
Mm-hmm.
guys are awesome.
Yes.
Or even Grindhouse, also awesome.
Mm-hmm.
But a few years ago, I was nowhere even close to where I'm at now. So I did some like pre-ordering stuff on my website, and not many people took advantage of that. But so I mainly do it all through the DMs, honestly, because part of the reason a lot of people didn't go straight to my website is I use Facebook and Instagram and Twitter pretty heavily. So
Mm-hmm.
whenever I get stuff in, whether it's a collection or new stuff that I ordered or pre-ordered, I just take a picture of it, post it on there, and then people know it's there. That's how most people kind of know things these
Yeah.
days.
Yeah.
But people generally DM'd me already, just like, "Hey, can I have that?" So now instead of just redirecting them to my website, and then I'm kind of a one man show. I have a few helpers, but as far as like the movie side, it's pretty much me. So the amount of time to make a listing and take pictures and all this stuff and information on my website, and then eventually edit it and take it down, it's so much time. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll just post pictures and people will DM me. I'll do it all through the DMs, and
Nice.
send them a tracking number and all that. Do it all through PayPal, and people just, yeah, it's so much easier that way. So I just been doing that, and so far people have been liking that. But yeah, I got like a few regulars in like Ohio, and I've had a guy in California buy a couple things, West Virginia, which is pretty cool. It's been pretty
Yeah, that's pretty
crazy.
cool.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to hit you up. Maybe give me a good deal or something. I was
I
wanting
would
to get
definitely
what.
do that. Oh yeah,
Yeah,
let me know.
I'm gonna have to get a good deal from you. Maybe get some movies. And I was wanting to get one of those static tape T-shirts with the witch on it. I like
Oh,
that
I'll
shirt.
throw that in. Oh
I
yeah,
love
some
that shirt.
stickers.
I was gonna, but yes,
Oh,
yes.
thank you.
I'll have to hit you up and get that. But I appreciate you. Thank you for your time. If we did
Yeah.
go over a little longer than I was wanting this video to go,
Oh
but I
yeah,
liked
that's
it.
my
I liked
fault.
our conversation. I liked it. As we get ready to close out here, just tell me one more thing, and then
Yeah.
what does physical media mean to you?
Yeah, well, physical media has always been really important to me. Just movies in general. Really, as you can see in this is my personal collection here. This is only part of it. My wife
Mine's
let me
over
have.
there.
I love that. Oh, I've seen yours a couple times and what you've posted. That's awesome. I
Yeah.
love the posters too. But it's just always been. I don't. Again, my family. We've grown up. We would go to the movies almost every week. The drive-in. My dad had a big collection growing up. He had Laserdisc along
Mm,
with VHS. I loved Laserdisc. And God, if we weren't going to the movies, we had family movie night, and just there's something having a physical collection behind me. I get friends that come over and just like stare at my shelf and just start looking. I don't know if you get that too, but
yeah.
they'll just kind of look through like, man, what the hell movie is this? Or like, oh my god, you like that movie too, huh? Or even just like I always love like, you like that movie? What? That one? And I'm like, oh hell yeah, yeah, that's great.
Yeah.
It just there's so much connecting over it, even if there is a disagreement about a movie. It's such a huge, art and storytelling is one of the most connecting things we have, um in really any culture, really, when you think about it. So it just there's never a wrong time for a story, or being inspired or feeling sad or anything. Really anything that a story or movie can really
Yeah.
do for you, and books and records and music can do that too, which is also the great thing about that stuff. And it's important to, if that stuff you really care about, really anything, keep that stuff close to you. And it just, there was that window of time, it just, people talked about this stuff going away, and it's like, it made me want more to keep this close to me, because if it does truly go, like, I don't know. It's weird to think what could have, if something as stupid as, I guess, as movies and having movies. It's, I guess, in the grand scheme of, I don't know how important it is, but yet I don't know what the world would really be like without people being able to have such easy access to movies they like. Something as simple as that, I think, is super important.
Yeah. I get that. I feel the same way. I feel the same
Yeah.
way. Well, I appreciate you, Harrison. Thank you for
Mhm.
coming on. I will put links in the description down below for your social media so you
Well,
guys go
thank you.
follow him. And if you see any pictures that he posts that you want, DM him. He'll ship them out to you guys. And make sure you guys like, share, subscribe. Thank you to my channel members. I appreciate you guys. Always support physical media because it truly is the superior format now more than ever. Godspeed, everybody.
Sure.